Okay, crazy video, guys. He had a point. Was Geto actually wrong? So what? We're forgiving Aaron Yeager now, essentially, because Geto is like the same as Aaron. Well, they're decently similar. They both did committed, you know. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Geto, this might be a hot take, but I don't think Geto was ever a well-written or good-written Jujutsu Kaisen character. His betrayal or whatever, or him turning to the dark side, it just didn't, the execution just didn't hit for me. Like, I think Gojo and Toji are well written, but Geto switching up, it just felt like, oh, okay. So he switched up. Like, I didn't feel the build up or the lead up. I just don't know how to explain it. Him being a twist villain just wasn't as good as like how Aizen, for example, Aizen being like a secret twist villain, it was executed pretty good, but with Geto, I just didn't really, I don't know, it just wasn't hitting. Yeah, I'm not saying he's like a horrible written character. I just don't think his writing is as good as a lot of the fan base may claim.
I don't think Geto woke up one day and just decided to be a villain. I think he got tired, and then he started asking questions that he just couldn't ignore anymore. At the beginning, Geto's belief is actually pretty simple. The strong are supposed to protect the weak. And next to Gojo, that idea feels real, like it can actually work. But the thing about that belief is, it sounds noble until you're the only one carrying it. Because protecting people means constantly seeing their worst moments. Fear, regret, anger. Hope.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't written badly. I just don't know why, like, I just don't know why Geto's character never really hit for me. I'm not sure.
Over and over again.
I don't know.
And for Geto, it's not just seeing it. He literally absorbs it. Every curse he takes, it's born from those emotions. So it's not just a job. It's something he has to live with, physically. Then you have Riko, and I think that's where something really shifts. Because she wasn't just another mission. She was a person, she had a personality, and she had things that she wanted. And even with all that power...
Bro, when Toji shot her in episode 3, that just caught me off guard, bro. I mean, it caught everybody off guard, but that was just insane. And Toji, killing her really just goes to show, like, Toji isn't somebody you should look up to. Yeah, if you want to get a Toji physique, sure, whatever, but, like, Toji, he's actually, like, an evil person. Like, truly, he's immoral, man.
Around her, it didn't matter. They still couldn't save her. And it's not like Geto to...
Here's the thing, I get why most of the fan base glazes Toji, but y'all still gotta remember this moment. Like, he literally randomly shot a 16-year-old girl. Come on.
Break right there. It's quieter than that. It's more like something stops making sense the way it used to. Because...
Bro, the build-up for that was insane, because they just started playing Ao no Sumika, they played the opening music, and then she just gets, boom, she just gets shot.
Right after that, the work doesn't change. He still goes on missions, he still absorbs curses, and he's still told that this is what it means to be a sorcerer. But now, there's this thought in the back of his mind that won't go away. Why are we the ones who have to suffer for this? Why does it always come back to us cleaning up something that we didn't create? And once that question is there, it honestly just keeps growing. Because the more he thinks about it, the more the system starts to feel off. Curses come from people, right? Sorcerers exist to deal with curses. So no matter how much they fight, the source never actually disappears. And I think that's the part that really gets them.
Yep.
It starts to feel less like they're protecting people and more like they're stuck in a loop that never ends. At some point, that turns into a different kind of question. If the problem keeps coming back, then are we really solving anything? And then this is where...
It's like, you would have to be like Aaron Yeager level crazy to actually do what Yuki said and literally eliminate every single non-sorcerer, not only in Japan, but across the world. Wait, actually, never mind. I think curses are only in Japan. But, like, that would still mean, like, do you know how many Japanese people there are? It's just like, you would have to have the rumbling or something, Geto. Like, I don't get what Geto was thinking. You would need the rumbling if you really wanted to get rid of all non-sorcerers.
It gets uncomfortable because we all know Geto didn't just suddenly become irrational. If anything, he's being more logical than ever. He just follows the idea all the way through.
And bro, are we not understanding? Without cursed spirits, Geto wouldn't even have a cursed technique, because his cursed technique is literally cursed spirit manipulation. Geto should actually, be grateful that curses exist, or else, he wouldn't have a cursed technique.
If curses are born from humans, then removing curses means dealing with humans. And that's the shift. Not in his goal, but in who he thinks that goal should apply to. Because I don't think Geto ever stopped wanting a better world. I think he stopped believing everyone belonged in it. And that's what makes his character hit so hard. It doesn't feel like a random fall from grace. It feels like a slow change that kind of makes sense at every step until you look up and realize just how far he's gone. And when you put him next to Gojo, it makes it even clearer. They both saw the same world. They both experienced the same failures. But when Gojo tries to change the system, Geto decides the system itself isn't worth saving. And I think that's what Geto really represents. Not just someone who lost his way, but someone who couldn't reconcile what he believed.
I guess I kind of see it. I guess you could maybe compare him to Higuruma, right? He was a good guy, but overall the system kind of let him down. I I still don't want to compare him to Higuruma, but I guess they're like somewhat similar.
With what he kept experiencing. And instead of letting that contradiction sit there, he resolved it in the only way that made sense to him, even if that resolution turned him into the very thing he used to fight. The Culling Game arc part 1 just finished, which by the way was amazing.
Peak. Yeah, bro, that was peak. And then everybody was glazing Kuroshi and all that, and then people are simping for Uro, and then a lot of people are also glazing Jane, Juliet, or Ryu Ishigori. And bro, I feel bad for Druve. Like, I wish we could have gotten to see what Druve's curse technique actually did. Like, at least for the two huge, like, big curses that he had. Because we saw Yuta use Druve Lakdawala's curse technique on Uro, but we didn't really get to. I just wish we got to see more of it.
I didn't think season 3 was going to be this epic. So I'm excited for part 2 when it comes out in January. Until then,
Part 2 is going to be peak. We are going to, spoiler alert, but we're going to have Hikari versus Kashimo. We're going to have Maki versus Cursed Spirit, you know who. It's gonna be peak, guys. Don't worry.
if you guys have an anime I should dive into, let me know. Thank you so much for 500 subscribers. This is Anime Under the Surface.
Bro, honestly, I miss Gachi Akuda season 2. Bro, I miss Gachi Akuda. I hope season 2 for that anime comes out soon, man. Because Gachi Akuda, it's also a pretty good new gen anime that's just released.
And I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, good video. And I didn't do this at the start, but video by Carlos the Jonian, right? Yeah.